wanna bet how much that giant's gonna come home right when I start filming. I could bet money on this. Every time, like clockwork, he comes home right when I'm filming. Hello, my shutty baes. Hello, my besties. It is that time of the year where we talk favorites. Now listen, I have kind of started doing a little bit of this throughout the year so far. Like I've done quarter 1 favorites, which was January, February, and March. You know what a quarter is. I'm gonna do quarter 2 favorites soon, next month. I'm gonna do quarter 3 and then I'm gonna do quarter 4 to wrap up the year. Anyway, that's besides the point. So I've said some favorites in that video. I've also been doing like, I did I also did like a mid-year wrap up where I talked to you about some questions, where I answered some questions. Words are failing me today. Feet don't fail me now. Name the song down below. Go. Take me to the finish line. Oh, my heart, it breaks every step that I take. What was I saying? Oh yes, I answered some questions in the mid-year wrap-up where it was like, favorite book of the year, favorite like standalone, like blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? So I've done a little bit here and there of this kind of video. However, last year I did a specific video, this one right here, that said I read 90 books this year. So far, here are my favorites, right? So I'm gonna do it again. Here are my top 10 of the year so far. If you've seen some of these in quarter 1 favorites, if you've seen some of these in my mid-year wrap-up tag thing, just ignore me and watch me talk about them again. Some of these I don't think I've talked about. I probably did, let's be honest. I talked about it in a wrap-up or something like that. You could always skip this, but I feel like you shouldn't because I'm a good person and you should watch just to support me. Okay, here we go. Here are my top 10 of the year so far. I've read 90 books so far this year. Same shenanigans as the last year. And here are my top faves. I will say I haven't been having the best year reading wise, just in general. Nothing has been really hitting that hard. Some of these are 5 stars, but some of these are not even 5 stars for me. They're like 4.75, 4.5, but they are still top 10 favorites. And if it's part of a series, I'm choosing the one that I love the most. I'm not allowing myself to do more than 10. So these are exactly 10. So you're welcome for being so precise. First up, we've got a book I'm currently re-listening to. I read this on Kindle, I think around January or something like that. And now it just came out this week. So I am listening to the audiobook because I just want to be reminded of the vibes. And that is Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. The rest is still unwritten. Yeah? Yeah. Anyway, this is the second book in the Lakefront Billionaire series by her. The first one is Love Redesigned. The second one is Love Unwritten. And look how beautiful this cover is. Come on now. Come on now. Let's give it up for the pink. Yes. It's giving Legally Blonde. It's giving, looks like the 4th of July.
You look like the 4th of July.
I don't know why. Like, I think I've said that in every video thus far in my entire life. That's a problem. Anyway, this book follows Ellie and Rafa, and it is dual POV. You don't have to read the first book to read this one, okay? If you want to read them separately, you definitely can. They just follow different characters in the same small town. Rafa is a single father, a single daddy, a single dad. Some call him father, I call him daddy. No. Let's not. And Ellie is his live-in nanny, okay? And we've got grumpy Sunshine, but I don't want to say Sunshine because if I'm being extremely honest, Ellie's not really Sunshine. She's more like, she suffers, you know what I mean? Like she feels pain and she's very dark and mysterious. What the fuck is that? Oh my God, it's my vacuum. Oh no, vacuum of mine, it is not hot. Oh my God, you are loud. Oh no, pause. How do you pause? Pause. Paused it. Everything's okay. Oh my goodness me. What was I saying? I literally don't remember. Not a single thing. A single thing is crossing my brain. I was gonna film this video with no pants on. Can you believe that? I was like super comfy in my undies, just living life, cleaning the house. And then I put this on to film this video and I was like, oh my God, I'm only gonna show like my stomach up. Like maybe I don't have to wear pants. And then I thought maybe I should wear pants just for, you know, dignity. We're moving on. Anyway. As I was saying, Grumpy Sunshine definitely take that with a grain of salt, okay? Because I'm saying Grumpy Sunshine, but she's not Sunshine. It's just the fact that he's so grumpy that she kind of makes him a little bit lighter with her like trying to be Sunshine, but she's not really Sunshine. It's a very interesting dynamic. And it is nanny employee, nanny boss, and it is single dad, it is small town. Also there's music, there's trauma, there's sadness. This is definitely gonna be the saddest book in the series, at least from what I've been told. So be prepared. Grab your tissues and search up your trigger warnings. Also, there is this little boy in this book. His name is Nico, and he's literally the cutest fucking thing. He definitely made some parts of the book. And part of this is set in Hawaii, which I loved because I went last year and I literally updated Lauren on all my escapades. Is escapades a word? Hold on. Is escapades a word, yes or no? An act or an incident involving excitement or adventure. Yeah, exactly. I updated her on all my escapades and Hawaii, and then seeing it, like some shenanigans in this book, like the chickens running around and all that, made my day. It is so cute, it is so fun, but it is also very sad. Definitely one of my favorite reads this year. I would highly, highly recommend. Even if you don't like Love Redesigned, you might like Love Unwritten. So maybe try it. And you know what? I'm listening to the audiobook right now and it's duet narration and I'm vibing. So maybe listen to it. The rest is still unwritten. Should we stick with the pink? I feel like we should stick with the pink because this is a pink cover and we have 2 other pink covers. So let's like go with the pink. We're gonna go with the pink. Yes. Next up, we've got Wild Love by LZ Silver. Would you look at this? Oh, every chance I get to show this off, I will, because not only is this pink and is this pink and is this pink, but she made this pink and then she made the pages pink. Like, look, oh my goodness. Oh, I love LZ. Anyway, this is part of the Rose Hill series by her. This is book number 1. The rest is not out yet. So if you want to catch up on a series, if you want to start a new one, this is the one. This is the one. It's all going to be single dads. It's all going to be single dads. Did you hear me? The entire series is going to be single dads. Are you kidding? A series of small town single fathers? Count me in. I'm immediately in. I immediately want you to be my fathers. No, I don't like that. Rewind, erase it, let's forget it. Anyway, as I was saying, this follows Rosie and Ford, and Rosie and Ford have known each other their entire lives because Rosie is Ford's best friend's little sister. Yes, so we've got brother's best friend dynamic. We've got she comes back into town after something goes wrong in her life and he gives her a job. So we've got forced proximity, we've got boss employee, we've got forbidden, we've got brother's best friend, and we've got single dad. Everything all rolled into one. And I will say when I first read this book, I didn't really love it. Like I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I read it, I don't remember when. I think it was also January. It was around the same time that I read Love Unwritten. And I think I was just like single dadded out, which I know you wouldn't think that that's possible, but turns out that it is. And I was not really vibing all that much. I'm gonna be honest. I liked it. It was like a 4-star, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I really loved it. And then I listened to it again when it came out and then I loved it. And then I felt it. I really just felt their love. I felt the book. I felt the dynamic. I think I just needed to read it at the right time. So I am a big believer in reading books at the right time. I feel like sometimes if a book's not hitting for you and you think that it would have been really good, maybe you just weren't in the mood for it. Maybe the book's not good to you. Like that could be the case. Like you just actually don't like it. But sometimes it's just the timing, you know? And that's what it was for me with this book. So another favorite of the year, Wild Love by LZ Silver. Can't wait to read the next one. I think it's Wild Eyes, Wild Hearts, Wild Lungs. I don't know. Some wild is the next one. And I'm excited. Shall we do our last pink book? Let's do it. Say no more. Our third favorite of the year is The Favor by Suzanne Wright. I feel like not enough people talk about this book. I'm going to be extremely honest with you, okay? This is a really, really, really good, well done, well written, fun book. And not a lot of people talk about it. So come on now, get to. I just talked about this one, so I'm not going to talk about it for too long, but it's Vienna and it's Dane. And this is a marriage of convenience, boss employee, billionaire romance, forced proximity kind of romance. He needs her for something and she's his assistant, I'm pretty sure. And he's like, hey, you need to marry me to help me out. And she's like, okay. And so they do. And that is pretty much the premise of this book. Oh, I told you. Didn't I say it? I knew you were gonna come in.
Let me say hi to Peters.
Hey, you don't wanna say hi to me? Okay, be gone. Be gone. Okay, pardon the interruption. Here we go. I was talking about The Favor. Yes, this book has the best communication out of any book ever. I really liked the couple. I feel like I read it at the perfect time. The audiobook was also really good. So this is definitely a favorite of the year. It wasn't a 5-star, but it was like almost there. You know, I would still recommend. So these are my 3 pink books. Oh, how cute are they? Look how cute they look together. Oh, we love the vibes. Yes. I think pink books are the vibe of the year. 2024, pink books are in. Okay, you're not focused. You keep unfocusing and it's very rude. It's very rude if you ask me. Anyway, moving on from the pink, we're gonna go to different colors now. We're gonna stop talking about colors. That's not what matters here. You guys like my nails? Look how cute they are. I did blue. I haven't done blue in a while, but I really like it. Baby, why don't you come over? Red wine supernova. Okay, now we've got a very different vibe than the ones I just showed you because this is in fact a dark romance, but it is The Truth We Burn by Monty J. This is part of the Hollow Boy series by her. This is book number 2. I enjoyed every book in that series, but I wanted to pick just one because I am limiting myself to 10 books in this video, and this would be the one, okay? This follows Rook and Sage, and this is a second chance romance. This is opposites attract. This is like he's the bad boy, She's the classic good girl in town. It is everything I wanted and more. It is so romantic. It is so beautiful. It is a slow burn. It is spicy. It is everything. And it does have like a overwhelming. No, it does have an arch. It does have a plot that goes throughout the entire series. So you do need to read these in order. This is not the kind of series that you can just pick up a random one. So I would say read all of the Hollow Boys books. This is, like I said, number 2, and each of them follow different couples. This one is just my personal favorite. I highly recommend Monty J if you like dark romances, even if you don't, because they're not that dark. They're just dark enough, in my opinion. So search up your trigger warnings, but highly recommend. I don't know why I'm saying highly recommend some of these, because like obviously I recommend since these are my favorites of the year. So let's stop saying that. Next up, we've got Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I've talked about this book so fucking much, and I will not shut up about it. It's my favorite Abby Jimenez book thus far. It is just to die for. I think if you like Emily Henry, you will like Abby Jimenez. This is the 3rd book in a series, but they're all interconnected standalones. You definitely can read whichever one you want. The first one's part of your world, the next one's yours truly, and this one is just for the summer. The characters just kind of intertwined. So up to you. Do with that information what you will. This follows Emma and Justin, and essentially both of them have really bad luck with dating. So she says that every time she dates someone, they find the one right after her. And then he says the same thing, and he takes it to Reddit to talk about it, and she sees it. So she messages him and she's like, oh my God, samesies. And they start to talk online. Talk to strangers online is basically the moral of this book, and you will find love. Abby Jimenez said it best. Anyway, they decide that they're going to date because then after they break up, oh my God, of course they're gonna find the one, because just their luck, you know? Two negatives are gonna make a positive. They are just gonna like negate each other's curse. They're gonna cancel each other's curse out. That's what I'm trying to say. So it says 4 dates, a kiss, and a breakup. That's all it will take to find their soulmate. So basically they plan to date for 4 dates. They plan to have 1 kiss, and then they'll break up, and then they'll go on to find the loves of their lives. And of course, all of that is just for the summer. But Abby Jimenez has such a way with writing that it's not just romance. It has so much more to it. So y'all, if you are looking for a swoony, for a fun summer romance, but also that'll just tug on your heartstrings and it'll make you feel, this is the one. And speaking of feelings, we've got Funny Story by Emily Henry, because if there's one person who can make me feel, it is Emily Henry. One thing about her, she does not care how often I sob to her books. She will literally name a book Funny Story and there'll be nothing funny about it. In fact, you will cry. Make it make sense. Like, she literally is a witch. Yep, witch of a woman. Anyway, there's nothing like a mad woman. What a shame she went mad. So this book follows Daphne and Miles, and it is only told from Daphne's POV. I'm pretty sure Emily Henry doesn't write dual POV from what I know. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. Don't write it down, as my mom likes to say. Anyway, and basically they meet because, oh my God, my nails match. How cute. They meet because Daphne is dating this guy and Miles is dating this gal, and Daphne's about to get married to said guy, and then he calls off the wedding to be with Miles's girl. And Miles' girlfriend breaks up with Miles to be with Daphne's guy. So they both get completely left for each other's partners. And they decide, hey, we should like fake date to piss them off. And also we should live together because we have nowhere else to live. So it is quite a funny story, but you will cry. So beware, in typical Emily Henry fashion. This was my last 5-star read, literally back in March. I haven't had one since then, so. Well, read it. That means it's good. Next up, I've got the last book in a series. It is Magnolia Parks, Into the Dark. This is one of my favorite series, so I knew the last book would not disappoint, and disappointed did not, okay? I expected a lot, and yet it really, really got me. I sobbed the entire time. This book is actually very hard to read because of what happens in the other books. I don't want to spoil anything, but Magnolia Parks has the first one, which is just MP. Then the next one is Magnolia Parks, Long Way Home, and then Magnolia Parks, Into the Dark. This is the only one I read this year, which is why it's the only one here. I love this series. I really do. I feel like the series is not for everyone. It's like Gossip Girl, but make it London. So it has a lot of like cheating, a lot of drama, a lot of like backstabbing. Like, it's very, very drama filled. And it is not just a fun like, you know, mature read, if that makes sense. Like, all the characters are sort of immature, and that's why you love them so much, because you hate them so much, but you also cheer for them. They're just so human, which I feel like is so special. And this is closed door. I feel like not a lot of people know this. This is like, there's a lot of like spicy talk. Like, they talk a big game, but it doesn't show anything. So if you're looking for like a closed door kind of romance, this could be the one. This could be the one. This could be the one. But it is very sad, so be prepared to also cry. Why do all these books make you cry? What's up with me this year? Okay, I'm just extra depressed lately. Next, of course, I had to put one ACOTAR book in here. Come on, guys. I read all of ACOTAR in January. I vlogged the whole thing. So, of course, one of them is in here. It is A Court of Mist and Fury. This one's my favorite from the series. My next favorite would probably be A Court of Wings and Ruin. I feel like that book, the ending, like, ooh, just really made it for me. And then it would be Nesta's book. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't like Nessa's book, but I did. Anyway, this is my top favorite. This is everything to me. I'm not even gonna talk about it because you guys know. And lastly, we have one of my favorite books of the year. It is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. I've talked about this enough as well. You have to read this specific version. I said it once, I will say it again, just in case you're new here. It follows B and Jamie, and it is right person, wrong time, miscommunication. It's always been you, cheating trope, many, many years of absolute chaos. It is one of the most beautifully written books in my personal opinion, and a gut-wrenching love story. And clearly I am a sucker for pain because, oh my God, isn't that a song? Sucker for pain. I'm a sucker for pain. Wait, I'm a sucker for pain. I'm a sucker for pain. Oh no, that's A Sucker for You by the Jonas Brothers. I swear Sucker for Pain is a song. Y'all, let's get to the bottom of this. Yeah, Sucker for Pain. There it is, 21 Pilots. I knew it. Okay, this is completely besides the point. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, A Love Letter to Whiskey. It is painful, but in the best way. I've talked about this one a lot as well, so I'm not gonna say too much, but the beginning is B's POV and the ending you get Jamie's. There it is, my besties, my favorite top 10 reads of the year so far. I've read 90 books and these are my top 10. You can screenshot them if you'd like. I loved them all. They may not all have been 5 stars, but they were still all pretty damn close. And some of these were 5 stars. So there they are. I hope that by the end of the year, I have way more favorites. I will be doing quarter 2 favorites. So you will see some more books that I really liked in the next couple months. And then I'll be doing quarter 3, quarter 4, and I will be doing like a end of the year favorites. So these are just my favorites from beginning of the year until now. So out of the 90 books, these are the ones that were worth it. The other ones were trash. I'm just kidding. The other ones were good. They just weren't this good. Let me know your favorites. Let me know your favorites so I could find a 5-star read because it's about damn time. You know what I mean? Okay, I hope you have a lovely day. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Live life, live lavish. I love you so much. Have such a good day. Besties, future Larry coming here because I'm literally in the middle of putting this video in my computer. I'm like making the thumbnail, and then I noticed there are only 9 books in my top 10 of the year video, and I'm like, excuse the hell out of me, where's the last book? And it's because my copy hasn't arrived yet. Listen, it is Wrath by Ella James by this author. And listen, I hated the cover, so I never got the cover, never got the paperback. But because I love the book so much, I yesterday ordered the paperback, but it hadn't arrived yet, so I forgot to put it in my top 10. But it is Wrath. This is my last book in my top 10. This is an romance. This is Step Brothers. This is pain. This is trauma. This is painful. This is a slow burn. This is a lot of story. Listen, this book does get kind of boring in the middle. The beginning, you're like, oh my God, I'm so invested. The middle, you're bored. But the end, it gets you, okay? Search up your trigger warnings. This is one of my favorite MMs. Please, please, please read it. If you like For the Fans vibe, if you like God of Fury, like that kind of energy, I feel like you might like this book. Give it a chance. And if you do get bored, keep going because it really does get really good. I cannot believe I forgot it, but here it is. Just a PSA from future me. Okay,